Hey, I really hate to say this. I think there's someone hanging right there.
Now I always knew that Logan Paul was a jackass.
Watch what this buffoon does next.
I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment.
So I wanted to make a quick video in response to Logan Paul's suicide forest video. For those of you who don't know, or all my followers and friends who don't really watch YouTube that much, if you know who Logan Paul is, basically one of the biggest YouTubers. He's accumulated 15 million subscribers in about a year and a half or so, making a daily vlog. He has not missed a video for 450 or 60 days. Yesterday, Logan Paul, him and his friends and crew went to a place in Japan at the bottom of Mount Fuji. There's a forest notoriously known in Japan for people going there just to commit suicide. In the process of Logan Paul doing his daily vlog and filming what he's doing, their plan was to spend 24 hours in a creepy forest, and they thought, you know, ghosts and things like that was kind of his goal. In that process, they come across an actual dead body, a person that hung themselves on a tree in the forest. Now, what I think is the biggest problem with the video is right in this moment, Logan continues to film the body of the dead person. And at first he kind of goes up to it to see if it's an actual person, if it's a fake body, if it's someone who's still alive and they can help them. But then it becomes very, very clear that the person has already been dead for some time. Huge controversy, and the reason why everybody online, on Twitter and on the news and everything are freaking out, primarily is he filmed the person's body. He did blur the person's face, but showed his whole body, his belongings, his hands. He filmed his hands, which were just bright blue. And then not only that, he seems to be kind of laughing and making kind of a joke of it. And before I get too far, I want to make this part very clear. Hysteria and laughter to some people is a coping mechanism, a coping method. I'm not saying that the way they went about it was correct, but it is known that people get through grief and they get through situations that scare them through laughter and humor. Being that Logan Paul's whole career is based on comedy and based on humor, it's safe to say that that is his coping method, but he did take that quite a bit too far. The second part I want to mention is my biggest problem with this is that Logan Paul's following, his 15 million subscribers, about 95, maybe even 98% of those are children, very young children, preteens, middle school, elementary school kids. And that kind of stuff, even with his disclaimer before the video, it's still not acceptable to showcase it to that many people. He's getting a huge backlash because he put the dead body in his thumbnail, which is also very, very dumb and should have been something he thought about a little bit more. Again, before I get too far, I do want to mention that I am a Logan Paul fan. What he did was insanely wrong and shouldn't have been taken out in the way that he portrayed it, or in the way that he did it. With that being said, I'm a person that believes that everybody makes mistakes. That kind of mistake, whether it's big or small, is still a mistake, and quite frankly should still be forgiven. I think that all this hate and backlash at him, while some of it can be constructive, some of it's not really okay. He knows he made a wrong decision. He knows that he should have thought about what he was going to do and thought about, you know, not posting it, knowing that his intentions were to try to promote awareness to suicide prevention. That's one thing, but the way it turned out was not what he was thinking. He did make a short 2-minute video of his apology that I believe is very genuine. I think people are still very, very mad with him, but an apology is an apology, and I respect that he gave an apology. He did mention it was not his intention, it's not what he tried to do, and since all the backlash, immediately took the video down. Me personally, I feel there are a lot of other YouTubers doing videos like this and they always mention, you know, suicide prevention hotlines and things like that, and to make sure that they're raising awareness. So I'm happy for that. I do believe what he says when he says that he intended to raise awareness, although I don't agree with how he did it. Again, he made a mistake. He apologized. It's the first step. I think my biggest point about this is, what would you do in that situation? Everybody talks about how suicide is not a joke, and that's 100% true. But I guarantee almost every person who's hating on this video or not hating on this video and supporting him or not supporting him, I guarantee has never actually even seen a dead body, which is harm enough to someone. Secondly, to stumble upon a dead body like that, to see something that graphic, I don't think a lot of people realize what that can do to a person in that moment. Coming from, you know, me, who personally I've seen things that I shouldn't have as a kid and been through losses that I wouldn't wish anybody to ever have to deal with, I can understand the change and the effect that something like that can do to someone and how they think and how they process. And I don't think a lot of people can really relate to that part of a reaction to something so dramatic and so devastating to see. I do think that a huge part of this is the fact that he's been filming for so long. When you get scared like that, he's probably scared, nervous, didn't know what to do. I think that him personally has kind of learned to hide behind the camera, and that's kind of protecting him from the reality of things. And not saying that that's a good thing. I just think that maybe one of his instant reflexes was to hide behind the camera and just film it, and then he doesn't have to process it. The camera does. And I think that's probably why he tried to film it and keep going with the day, but I don't think he should have posted it. This whole video is kind of a weird video for me. I see hundreds of YouTube videos from different people, big and small, like myself, posting how they feel and posting their reactions. And I think just talking about this video, whether just my friends watch it or 50 people I've never met watch this video, I feel like while everybody online is twisting the situation to make it such a bad thing, I think this is a great opportunity for so many people to bring up suicide awareness and how it really is something that needs more attention and help than people really realize. So this video was just my intent to kind of put my own wording and my own thoughts into someone else's video and maybe help clarify some people who don't really know what to think about the situation. And I'm going to end this video with putting links and the suicide prevention phone number in the description for anybody who knows someone or is dealing with that kind of stuff themselves. There are resources for you. And I think if anything comes out of this huge debacle of online warfare against Logan Paul, I think the one positive thing we should take away is that we help each other to help people who are actually in need get the help that they need. Thank you guys for watching this video. This isn't a video I really wanted to make, but I felt like it was important. So thank you for watching. We will see you on Thursday. Stay steezy. Peace.